A giant robot crashes through the streets of Tokyo. Buildings collapse. Thousands run for their lives. And standing in the middle of the destruction is something nobody thought they would ever see again. A kaiju. The monsters were supposed to be gone. Humanity had already won. So how did this happen? And before we uncover the answer, I want to ask you something. If you had the chance to pilot a Jaeger, would you take the risk knowing you might never come back? Let me know down in the comments. And if giant monsters, massive battles, and sci-fi adventures are your thing, take a second to subscribe because we've got a lot more coming. Now, the answer to that question begins with a man who spent years running from his destiny. Years earlier, the breach was sealed and the Kaiju War finally ended. The world moved on. Cities were rebuilt. People celebrated. And giant Jaegers slowly became symbols of the past. But while humanity was enjoying peace, Pentecost was wasting his future. As the son of legendary war hero Stacker Pentecost, people expected greatness from him. Instead, he spent his days stealing abandoned Jaeger parts and selling them on the black market. One day, while scavenging inside a restricted zone, Jake discovers someone else digging through the wreckage. At first, it looks like another thief. But moments later, a homemade Jaeger bursts out of the scrapyard. The machine is crude. Small. Barely held together. Yet somehow it works. Inside is a teenage girl named Amora Narmani. She's smart, stubborn, and fearless. And unlike Jake, she still believes Jaegers matter. Their encounter quickly turns into chaos. Authorities arrive. Both are arrested. And instead of prison, they're given another option. Return to the Pan-Pacific Defense Corps. Jake reluctantly agrees. Amora jumps at the chance. Neither realizes they're walking straight into a nightmare. Back at the Jaeger Academy, the next generation of pilots is preparing for a future that supposedly doesn't need them. Cadets train. New technology is tested. Everything seems routine. Until a mysterious black Jaeger suddenly appears. Nobody recognizes it. Nobody knows where it came from. And whoever is controlling it isn't interested in talking. The machine attacks with terrifying precision. It tears through defenses as if it knows every weakness. Then it targets someone important. Mako Mori. She barely has time to warn Jake before disaster strikes. The attack sends her transport crashing from the sky. By the time rescuers reach the wreckage, it's already too late. Mako is dead. And suddenly this isn't just an investigation anymore. It's personal. Determined to find answers, Jake and Nate Lambert begin tracking the rogue Jaeger. But every clue raises more questions. The machine shouldn't exist. Its technology doesn't match anything in the PPDC database. And somehow, traces of Kaiju biology are being found inside it. That discovery changes everything. Because Kaiju DNA was supposed to be heavily secured. Someone has been experimenting. Someone has been preparing for something. As the investigation deepens, suspicion falls on unexpected places. Meanwhile, the PPDC unveils its newest project. A global network of drone Jaegers. Machines that don't need pilots. Machines that can respond instantly anywhere on Earth. It sounds like the perfect solution. But perfect solutions often hide dangerous secrets. And that's when everything suddenly starts making sense. The attacks. The rogue Jaeger. The stolen technology. Every clue points toward someone nobody expected. Before I reveal who it is, tell me this. Did you see the main villain twist coming the first time you watched this movie? Or did it completely catch you off guard? Drop your answer in the comments. Because what happens next changes everything. The truth is hidden behind a familiar face. Dr. Newton Geisler. For years, everyone believed Newton was one of humanity's greatest scientists. What nobody knows is that his mind has been compromised ever since he drifted with a Kaiju brain years ago. The precursors never truly left. They've been whispering inside his head. Guiding him. Using him. And now their plan is ready. Without warning, every drone Jaeger on Earth activates. Not to protect humanity. To destroy it. The machines turn against their creators. Jaeger battles erupt across the academy. Pilots scramble to survive. Explosions shake the facility. Veteran Jaegers are torn apart. Within minutes, humanity's greatest defense system becomes its greatest threat. But that's only the beginning. Using Kaiju DNA, Newton unleashes 3 new monsters. Each one stronger than the last. Each one heading straight for Japan.
Dad! Yes, sir! Do you understand? Yes, sir! Now help me save the world!
Spreads across the globe. The Kaiju rampage through cities, crushing everything in their path. Missiles barely slow them down. Conventional weapons are useless. And then things get even worse. The 3 monsters begin moving toward each other. Nobody understands why. Until they collide. Bones crack. Flesh twists. Entire bodies fuse together. The result is a nightmare unlike anything humanity has ever faced. Mega Kaiju. Bigger. Stronger. Deadlier. One creature formed from 3 separate monsters. And it's heading directly toward Mount Fuji. The precursors don't want another attack. They want another breach. The rare earth elements beneath the volcano could create the conditions needed for a new invasion. If Mega Kaiju reaches its destination, millions could die. And the Kaiju war would begin all over again. With time running out, Jaeger assembles every remaining pilot. Cadets who have never faced real combat. Veterans carrying impossible pressure. And Amora, who refuses to stand on the sidelines. The odds are hopeless. But humanity doesn't have another choice. The final battle explodes across Tokyo. Jaegers clash with Mega Kaiju. Skyscrapers collapse around them. Every attack seems useless. The monster keeps advancing. Keeps adapting. Keeps surviving. One by one, the Jaegers are pushed to their limits. Then Jake realizes brute force won't be enough. They need something unexpected. Something insane. Using Amora's homemade Jaeger scrapper, they create a desperate plan. A rocket-powered attack aimed directly at Mega Kaiju's weakest point. It's risky. It's reckless. And if it fails, everything ends. The Jaegers launch forward. The city shakes beneath them. Mega Kaiju roars. For a moment, it looks unstoppable. Then the strike lands. The impact tears through the creature. The giant monster stumbles. Collapses. For the first time in years, the world can breathe again. The invasion has been stopped. The breach remains closed. And humanity survives. But somewhere beyond the stars, the precursors are still waiting. If you enjoyed this recap, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more sci-fi, monster, and adventure movie recaps every week. And here's my final question for you. Which Jaeger would you choose to pilot? Gypsy Avenger? Saber Athena? Bracer Phoenix? Or Scrapper? Let me know in the comments, and if there's another monster movie you want to see next, drop the title below. Because the next battle might be even bigger than this one.